97.7 QLZ, establishing connection. Live from Sonic Boom.
Here we are back on the lounge area of the bus of Pop Evil's bus here at Sonic Boom, joined by Leigh, a very good friend of ours, and long time, man, dude. How's things been going? Because you just said off camera, you guys are about to wrap up.
Yeah, it's been a long but amazing run. We're out with 3 Doors Down right now, and 3 Doors is such a class act, and the way they've always embraced us early on in our career to now. Love those guys, and every night getting to watch those guys do what they do, and I mean they sound exactly like their records. They're pros, and the sound. It was funny. I was listening the other day, and the audio was coming into our dressing room, and I was like, "Huh, look at that! Ironic. They're playing 3 Doors Down while they're playing on stage." And the guys were like, "That's the show."
They're playing right now.
And I'm like, "That's the show? Oh, it sounds just like the CD." So it was. Those guys are amazing. We love them. This tour I think finishes up in Detroit. I think one more show in North Carolina, and then we go with 3 Doors Down to Europe. So we just keep pushing and keep grinding, and just out here working.
So when does that tour pick up? Are you guys going to be away for the holidays then?
No, I think we're going for Halloween, but that's the best holiday anyways, so we're going to be gone for that. But we can still dress up in Europe. I think we're going to be in Germany, so we'll have fun with that. But yeah, I think maybe the first week of November, take some time off for a minute, and then get ready for that last holiday run. And then I think the big Pop Evil headline tour, top of the year, taking us into spring, and then we're going to start thinking about a new record.
Have you already started writing yet? Is there inklings yet, or are you just kind of we're going to wait?
The guys have, and I know the girl as well as they're starting, but I'm in tour mode. I'll start when it's time to start, and that way it's fresh for me. I'm not regurgitating a bunch of old ideas,
And speaking of quote unquote the girl, of course, you have a new member to the band. How's that changed the dichotomy of everything?
Man, it's something that we talked about. If something ever happened, just for fun, with some of the managers, if we ever had it, could we have a female drummer? Or does she exist? Is there someone out there that can hit the drums harder than a guy? And sure enough, when the time came, and Chachi, we kind of knew Chachi was just, his passion was elsewhere with his lifting, and if you don't know us, Chachi was our previous drummer, and he's awesome, and he did it the right way. We all departed the right way, and Chachi's still real close with us and very supportive, and we transitioned Haley in, gave her a shot to audition with Disturbed and Rob Zombie, so pretty good audition. You got to audition for 10, 12,000 every night, but she just crushed it. But then that was the easy part. It was like, how are we going to live with one female on the bus? Was that going to change things? And she truly has. She truly hasn't at all. She's been amazing, and I like to say she's kind of the sister I never knew I wanted, but I'm glad I have now. So she's really cool, and her just passion for music and drumming in particular is really fun to see, and I think it's infectious. And hopefully we'll see that that kind of trickle into the new album and the writing process, and see where it can take us on the next record.
Looking forward to all of that. Anything else you want to hit on? Anything else big going on in the world for you right now?
Well, we're getting ready to do the new single, which is If Only for Now,
okay.
And we're excited. I mean, I've been excited about this song since the beginning, but I was really excited to kind of introduce some of our new sound, and new sound, if I'm just being blunt, was about having more fun. And you look at some of our past successes, Trenches, Torn to Pieces, the fun element was missing, and we weren't having fun. It was cutthroat then. It was either you got a single that works or you go home. So I think we were writing from a different place. It was very stressful, and it was like there's a lot of anger. And I know Onyx, even though it was very successful for us, I'd lost my father. I was just sick of being angry. That's not who we are. That's not why we got into this. We got into it to have fun, to meet new people, and to have fun with them, with you. So it was important to kind of discuss where we are and where we're going, and what we wanted to do collectively before we went into the studio. And we all agreed that we wanted to have fun. We wanted to have more fun on stage, and we didn't know exactly how we were going to get there. And then Footsteps was written, and then Into Ways to Get High, and then now, of course, Take It All, just coming off that. What that's done to our live show is just, we believe makes us stand out in this amazing competitive genre that is rock that we love. So there's not many bands doing those kind of songs right now. So it gave us our own place, and more of a comfort to know that, okay, this is where we can take our identity. I mean, there's still going to be plenty of times we got to be heavier, we got to be more metal influenced. But this record, we wanted to explore more up, tendencies to be creative and to try to inspire others in a more positive way. And we'll see where that takes us on the next record.
Cool. Well, I mean, it's up, fantastic, and obviously we've gone back a long time now, and it's you guys' best work to date.
Oh, thank you so much. We feel the same way. I feel the same way. That's what it's about. I mean, in this business now, you don't get the plaques, you don't get the recognition sometimes for your hard work, and especially new bands. So it's important to, at the end of the day, feel like you accomplished something. And this record, for me, it wouldn't have mattered if it sold millions, or it wouldn't have mattered if just you and me got it and I shared, or I played it for you in the bus here in the back lounge. But I just knew, as the maturation process continues, as us as people, both on and off the stage, that was the next chapter for us to, continue to want to do this. And I think that's sometimes, the biggest challenge for up and coming bands, is as they start getting a taste of where this genre is, they realize that it's a 9-to-5 job, and you're open 24/7, and you're open 365 days a week. You got to play through holidays. You got to play when you miss your family. You got to play when you're lonely. You got to play when you're happy, sad. And I think that more bands get discouraged when they start to see that stuff, and the business side. And I think it's important that if you really do want this, you have to love what you do, and you have to find more creative ways to hold yourself accountable, and pat yourself on the back when you're able to do things that you feel are accomplishments, and especially positive accomplishments. And writing a record, being able to put together a collection of work and a collection of songs it's a dying breed. I mean, we don't know if it's going to become a singles business in the future or what this is going to become, but to be able to put an album that hopefully your fans can start from the beginning to the end and listen to your vision, your artistry is a huge honor, and that's what we got into it for anyways. It wasn't selling records and going platinum. It was about making music for those that want to enjoy it, and we're able to do that. And I think it's important to understand that that's a win, and as long as you're going up, doesn't matter how slow, then that's a good thing, and you got to be humble about it.
When you're talking about, of course, selling records, it's almost becoming a singles business. What do you see from your side of it? Because the world has changed. You got the streaming services, you've got everything else, downloading, nitpicking the records, cherry picking, if you will.
I mean, to be honest, I don't try to think about it, because I think when you do, it gets so frustrating. I mean, I think the last time, I didn't know, it was like 50,000 YouTube hits equals one CD sale, and I'm thinking, when's the last time? I don't know if that's true, but it's something ludicrous like that. Yeah. Like who listens? I don't think I've ever listened to a song 50,000 times in my life in general. So how does that bring back excitement for the artist? And I think there's a lot of suits in this business that don't want to change, so they don't want to do the things. So people that are doing the groundwork, people at radio, people in press that are trying to push for this great genre that we love, are afraid of those changes. I just think it's what I really think is, I think it's interesting how we can't find a way to stop illegal downloading of music, but Apple found a way to stop you from downloading that song you bought on 4 different devices. So I think it's, again, I'm trying to be more positive and be like, look, we might not be, and that's the reality, like we might not be the generation of bands that are the biggest names at the format. There might never be Aerosmiths again or Guns N' Roses, but we might be that generation that helps lay the groundwork for the next bands that come, and hopefully remind people that we have a voice. And when you come from a country that prides itself in freedom of speech, it's hard to be motivated when you play in a genre that somehow someone decided that our voice matters less. And it's definitely the system is flawed, and we want to be a part of the solution rather than the problem, and just stay positive about it. I mean, it's obviously not an easy fix, or it would be fixed. It's not one person or particulars, but we need that help of those people that are in the suits, that have the power to take a chance for the artists and to do those things, to fight for the next generation, to hopefully have a better chance, and to be interested to pick up a guitar rather than a fake guitar and play Guitar Hero. So it's important, man. Like we're a generation that grew up playing instruments in our garages, and wanted our parents to buy us that guitar, that drum set, or that bass guitar, or we were singing in the shower, and when it's becoming more of a digital business, even from an audio standpoint, when you can just press a button with your fingers and DJs can make millions and millions of dollars, it's just different. So, we got to fight for people that still play live and still play their instruments. And not that digital audio is a problem. There's a way to make it win for everybody. But, again, it's about educating yourself. And I think as a front man, as being someone in a band, it's It's not about excess. It's not about the party that you did. It's about the educating you did. You know, what you guys are doing, videoing and letting people know. I mean, I think fans, the good news is fans are smarter than they've ever been, right? I mean, they understand this stuff. If you get on there and you get on your social media and you tell them, hey, buying the records does matter. Your $1 does matter. And I'll tell you why. Because it goes up the food chain to the labels who are struggling to make money and invest. Labels are banks, and they invest in bands that you love. So the more that's coming back, the more that you spend that dollar, or you buy the T-shirt at merch, and you're giving back to those bands, the more those banks want to give more money to the bands the next time they want to be creative and make another record. It's so important. So a lot of times, well, whatever, I can talk for hours about it. Obviously, you see, but it's just, this is a lifestyle, man. This is what we breathe in every day. This isn't about some tattoos on my arms and look. This is it, man. This is about life. This is a struggle. We are in the fourth quarter, and we need to make sure we fight so we can get to the next game. So again, man, I preach. I'm a preacher, man. Let's do this. I mean, whatever it's got to be done, we're willing to try to do our part, so Pop Evil can at least remind people that it's time to be heard.
A great rock band they are indeed. Go pick up the album if you haven't done it up, and be looking for that new single on QLZ, and hopefully maybe a headline tour next year. We can get you into Springfield.
Yes. Gotta get you. We gotta come. We're coming. So I'd love to.
All right, Leigh, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Wes. We love you, and thank you guys.